sunrise. Grab a large almond cappuccino, please. That's everything, thank you. Good morning YouTube, welcome to today's vlog. So today's going to be a little bit of a day in the life. So as you can see here, we are at the beach. So it's beautiful, beautiful beach. I tried to catch the sunrise but didn't quite make it, but we're about to go for a little stroll down there. It's a Sunday, as you saw before. Still get up early, as at the end of every month I like preparing for the month ahead. So essentially when we go back home, I'll show you some things I had to get out of the house because Emma's still asleep. So I like preparing for the month ahead. And these little sort of short micro goals help me achieve the macro big goal for 2021. So we got a coffee. When I say we, I mean I or we, as if you're drinking a coffee with me. Went home, did some goal setting, and now we're just gonna go for a little walk on the beach. Again, I think just getting out in nature in general is just great for getting into this very relaxed, calm, focused state, or this flow state, if you will. So we're gonna go for a little walk on that beach. To a beach, especially if you're in the UK and north where I'm from, just getting out into the countryside, going around a walk around a national park or a lake or something of that nature. I like going around those because it allows you just to sort of disconnect and escape the realities of just general life. I mean, when you're walking on a beach like this or just a very relaxed environment, you're not overly stressed. It allows you to be able to calm your thoughts, surround yourself just with positivity, with nature, and you can focus on, you know, almost problem solving, almost sort of figuring out what you want to achieve, where you're going, reflecting on how far you've come and that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna go for a big walk that way, all the way down there, and all the way back to here. So I'm gonna check in with you guys at home and we will go through just how I like to goal set, and then we'll get into the day. And we are back from the beach. I had to go have a quick shower because a wave came in that I wasn't looking or paying attention to, and it smashed against my legs and shot straight up my shorts and salted these nuts, basically. Goal setting is what we're about to get into. So today is a pretty chill morning kind of day. I don't work until the afternoon today. Yes, I do have an actual job. So I've got to go there and I won't be able to vlog there obviously because I've got work to do. Can I vlog there? No, probably can't. Sorry if anyone's watching that works with me. I definitely don't do this at work. So basically goal setting, I'm looking at my whiteboard right now. So it is that thing there. And it's not that exciting to look at, that's why I'm just gonna talk you through it. But what I basically like doing is, there's an old saying, or I think it's an old, and I'm pretty sure it was said by Peter Thiel, who was a early investor in PayPal. I think he was an early investor in Facebook as well, but super successful investor, entrepreneur, writer, that sort of stuff. Big Silicon Valley type head honcho sort of guy. If it is his quote, basically just says, let's look at your 10-year goal and try and achieve that in 6 months. Now that sounds a little bit crazy, but what he's basically saying is look at the spectrum of this 10-year goal and do what you can in 6 months to try and achieve that, and see if it's actually logically possible. We often set these really audacious sort of long-term goals. In reality, some of them are actually not that hard to hit, you know? So that's basically the method I like using. So up here on my board, I basically split everything into just different sections. So I've got acting, brand, business, and mind and body. So all that basically means is I split my life up into the areas that I want to work on, right? So I've got my long-term goals written and scribbled up here with a cool little bit of vision board, things happening, which we might go through at some point. If you guys are interested, drop me a comment, let me know. But basically acting is all about attention right now for me. So in the acting world, as in many worlds, you can be the most talented person in the world, but if nobody sees you, you will never be heard or be seen, right? Makes sense. But some of the greatest actors in the world will possibly never be seen just because they don't have that attention. And for me, I think that's a really important part of the industry, is to get that awareness, be seen by the right people. So I'm doing everything I can, contacting executive producers, writers, directors, etc., to try and get my name in the conversation, basically. From there, I'm going to go into brand. So brand for me basically is revolving around YouTube, which you guys are watching right now, and podcasting. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so on the podcast and the YouTube channel. So that's quite a simple one, really. It's volume of guests. So volume and caliber of guests. And when I say caliber, it's the people that I want to have a really good conversation with. So this month we'll be shooting 4 episodes, YouTube vlog as well. There'll be 1 vlog a week as well. This will be the first one in March, you guys see. And again, with that, it's a big attention space. It's a very challenging space, but attention is the name of the game. Business, there's a business course coming that I'm attending, or that I'm doing, not attending, kind of attending, yeah. Business course that I'm doing in March. And that, for me, the focuses are learning more about fundamental structure, daily processes, things of that nature, just to run a successful business, keep learning in that sort of space. And lastly, mind body. So basically that's just training and education. So right now the focus of training is performance focused, hit 90 kilos on high calories as possible. I weighed in this morning at 95.6, so I've got 4 weeks to drop 5.6 kilos, which with my caloric intake and my training volume and energy expenditure, that should definitely be possible. And that's a bloated 95.6, I should mention, because I went a little overboard on ice cream last night, but it was awesome. And in terms of education, I'm doing a nutrition course currently. There's a book that I'm reading by Mark Coles called Level Up, and there's this book as well by Jordan Peterson, which I've just started as well, and it's so far so good. So that's focus, and that's how I like doing my goal setting. I look at these long-term goals and go, okay, what do I want to achieve in the next 20 years, 10 years as well? Break them down and go, okay, what does the year look like, as in the 12 months? And then I break that down a little bit more and go, what do I want to achieve over each particular month in order to get me there in the long term? So that's a little bit of goal setting. What I'm gonna do now is a little bit of aerobic work on my bike, stationary bike, by the way. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna show you it because it's very boring watching me just cycle. That's literally what I'm doing for 40 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes. It's a rest day, so I just wanna move today. I jacked my back up a little bit yesterday, doing something very stupid. This is the second time this happened. And basically it's trying to pick up a worm. So this worm is, imagine just a huge sandbag, like a sandbag on steroids. That's what a worm is, it's a big long thing. It's used a lot in like the CrossFit Games, but there's one at work and it's a 2-man worm. So 2-man being the operative word then, it's 90 kilos. I'm trying to pick it up myself and squat with it myself. And I did, by the way, succeeded for 2 sets of 5, but it's an extremely, extremely awkward thing to try and lift up on your own. So that's a little bit jacked up. So I'm just gonna cycle and then I'm gonna check in for breakfast, and we have got a monstrous feed coming at you. So 40 minutes cardio done on this little beauty right here. So this is a bike erg. For those of you who may not have seen this before, it is built by Concept 2, and it took me such a long time to, let's go outside a little bit, get some better lighting, such a long time to get a hold of. Obviously when the first lockdown happened, people were just buying things up super quick, so it took me a really long time. I think I got put on hold. Had to put on back order for like 4 months, something like that, and well worth it though. That thing is amazing. And now I'm gonna do some pull-ups on this chin-up bar. Pull-ups, no I'm not, that's completely lying. I'm not gonna do pull-ups, I'm just gonna do a little bit of abdominal work. I don't do a lot of it because I purely just don't like it, to be honest with you. It's beneficial, definitely for hypertrophy reasons, building the tissue of your abdominal wall, of your rectus abdominis, to see that sort of six-pack popping. But as I've sort of said, that performance is my goal at the moment, I will contribute maybe a little bit, indirectly probably, but through the other exercise that I do, I get a ton of sort of core work, stability work in there anyway. So I'm gonna knock these out and then we're gonna check in for breakfast. Okay, so breakfast is served. I just want to preface this, I have fucked this up. I was paying too much attention to doing other things and I ended up putting basically too much almond milk in this meal. But here's what it looks like. See, that's the aftermath pan, I've messed that up. But here is the meal. What that is homemade protein pancakes, my own special little recipe. I've got some maple bacon on there, some strawberries, cinnamon, and 0 calorie maple syrup as well. All up in terms of caloric intake, that is just over 700. So just over 700 calories. Again, I'm gonna eat twice today. So this meal, then I'll eat for a little while and then I'll go to work and stuff, which I will get a chance to eat. And then once I finish work, another meal, again, that'll probably be about 700 to 900 calories. So if you're looking over the cost of the day, that's only 1600 or so calories for the day. So not too bad at all. I eat this by watching some Japanese anime. We got some My Hero Academia on right now, which is an amazing anime. Hopefully you heard all that. So that's My Hero Academia. Just started. I am 9 episodes in and it is on point. All my anime lovers out there, leave me a comment below. What is your favorite and what do I need to check out? Right now I've got a lot on the go. Dragon Ball Super, My Hero Academia, Hunter x Hunter, Black Clover, which I love, Naruto Shippuden. I've got that going on just because it takes so long to get through it. 500 episodes, so it's real deep, but I love that. So I'm just sort of interchanging all the other ones. And I just started, what was that? Jobless Reincarnation. 1 episode in, very intriguing. So anime lovers, leave me a comment below with what I need to check out. And what's gonna happen now, eating this, check this out for a little bit, do a little bit of reading or study, go to work, and all boring things, and I'll check in you guys a little bit later. And that is me done from work. So that sort of brings the day in the life a little bit towards the conclusion, I guess. Sundays is a relatively sort of chill day. A lot of planning goes on, a lot of goal setting goes on. So outside of the goal setting that I showed you guys what I go through at the end of every month, that's basically Sunday's like a strategy sort of session is what I call it. It's just making sure that I'm ticking boxes, making sure I'm making actual measurable progress towards goals. And that is it. So just finished work then. It's still a beautiful, beautiful day. As you can see, it's still summer here in Australia. So the evenings are quite bright. And the hard thing at the moment is I go to bed quite early. So it's still really bright outside. It's literally like this when I go to bed because I get up so early as well. So that makes sleep quite difficult, but I'm trying to get a handle on it, so don't stress. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little day in the life. I don't think I've shared one for a long, long time, so things are generally the day-to-day is a bit, I want to say mundane for lack of a better word. It's you guys probably can relate to is the day-to-day is just consistent, I think. When you're trying to achieve sort of big astronomical goals, I think there's a physicist, I think Robert Greene's a physicist, but Robert Greene was an author, authored a lot of very, very interesting and cool books. He said in one of his interviews that he was relating this to Einstein, Newton, and those sort of scientists, that generally the day-to-day is really, really boring. You do the same thing almost day in and day out, and then something amazing happens. For him, it's like you read a New York Times best-selling book and then you ride that wave for a little while and then eventually it's going to come back down to that day-to-day, which is one of the reasons you need to really love what you do, because that day-to-day is going to be just repetitive, monotonous stuff. So you've got to really enjoy what you do. So I urge you guys out there, if you're not enjoying the day-to-day, then make sure that you are going to take a inventory on why you're not loving it, and if you need to change, make that immediate change, because life's too short to... Sorry about that. The memory card apparently was too full, so I had to go through and delete a whole heap of crap. This is the next day, by the way. But to sum it up, thanks for watching. life is too short to do shit that you don't enjoy, so you might as well spend time doing things you do enjoy. There's an old Jim Carrey quote actually, is like, you're gonna fail anyway, regardless what you do, so you might as well fail at something that you love. Something along those lines. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for the day in the life. If you want to see more of these and things sort of behind the scenes and just anything in general, please drop us a comment or DM me on Instagram, and we'll be providing much more content for you guys for things that you actually want to see, instead of me just making shit up and hoping that you enjoy it. So thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and have a great day. If you want to optimize your health, fitness, and lifestyle and learn the tools and the tricks and the knowledge to be able to sustain a healthy and fit lifestyle, then please go check out my books on my website. As a loyal subscriber, you get a cheeky little discount. So I'll see you in there.